Barbara and I went to the Fireside Bar, which is the last place Matthew was seen in public. The Fireside definitely feels like a college bar, with a couple of pool tables and a stage area for karaoke. Still, the few regulars in the late afternoon were hardly the college crowd. First person we talked to was Matt Mickelson, the owner. My great-great-grandfather moved here in 1862. He owned Laramie's first opera house. It was called Old Blue Front. And in 1870, Louisa Grandma Swain cast the first women's ballot in any free election in the world. And that's why Wyoming is the equality state. So what I want to do is reestablish my bar business as the Blue Front Opera House and Good Time Emporium, you know? I want to have a restaurant. I want to have a gift shop. I want to have a pool hall and do all that shit, you know? Every night's ladies' nights. So the Fireside is the first step towards the Old Blue Front Opera House and Good Time Emporium. So what about the night Matthew Shepard was here? We had karaoke that night. 20 or 30 people here. Matthew Shepard came in, sitting right where you're sitting, just hanging out. I mean, if you want to talk to somebody, you gotta talk to Matt Galloway. He was the kid that was bartending that night. You had to meet him. His character stands for itself. Hey, is Galloway bartending tonight?
Okay, I'm gonna make this quick, brief, get it over with. But it'll be everything, factual, just the facts. Here we go. 10 o'clock, I clock in, usual time, Tuesday nights. 10:30, Matthew Shepard shows up, alone. Sits down, orders a Heineken. Matt liked to drink Heineken and nothing else. Heineken, even though it was $9.50 for a six-pack, he'd always buy the same beer. So, what can I tell you about Matt? If you had 100 customers like him, it'd be the most perfect bar I'd ever been in, okay? Nothing to do with sexual orientation. Absolute mannerism. Manners, politeness, intelligence, taking care of me, as in tips. Everything. Conversation. Dress nice, clean cut. Some people you just know, sit down, please, thank you, offer intellect within their vocabulary. So, he just kicks it there. Doesn't seem to have any worries or like he's looking for anybody. Just enjoying his drink and the company around. Now 11:45, 11:30, and 11:45, Aaron McKenney and Russell Henderson come in. I didn't know their names then, but they're the accused. They're the perps. They're the accused. They came in very stone-faced, you know? Dirty, grungy, rude, gimme, that sort of thing. They walked us to the bar and, as you know, paid for a pitcher with dimes and quarters. Which is something you don't forget. You don't forget that. $5.50 in dimes and quarters? That's a freaking nightmare. Next thing I know, they came in, just ordered a beer, and went back there into the pool room. They went back there into the pool room and kept to themselves. Next thing I know, maybe half an hour later, they're kind of wandering around. No beer. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm not going to ask them if they want another one, because obviously they just paid for a pitcher with dimes and quarters. I have a real good feeling they don't have any more money. Money meant nothing to Matthew, because he came from a lot of it. And he would hand over his wallet in 2 seconds because money meant nothing. His shoes might have meant something. They could say it was robbery, but I don't buy it for even an iota of a second. Now, I look over, and Aaron and Russell had been talking to Matthew Shepard.
Aaron said that a guy walked up to him and said that he was gay and wanted to get with Aaron and Russ. And Aaron got aggravated with it and told him that he was straight and didn't want anything to do with him and walked off. He said that it was when he and Russell went to the bathroom and decided to pretend they were gay and get him in the truck and rob him. They wanted to teach him a lesson, not to come on to straight people.
Okay, no. Why would he approach them? I absolutely, positively disbelieve and refute that statement 100%. I'm gonna give you 2 reasons why. 1, character reference. Why would he approach them? Why them? He wasn't approaching anyone else in the bar. They say that he's a gay, a flaming gay, and he's gonna come on to people like that. Bullshit. He never came on to me, hello, but he came on to them. I don't believe it. 2, territorialism is a word that I'll use for this. And that's the fact that Matt was sitting there. Aaron and Russell were in the pool area. Upon their first interaction, they were in Matt's area. The area Matt had been seen in all night. So who approached who by that?
But Matthew was the kind of person, like, he will never talk to someone for any reason. If someone started to talk to him, he'd just be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. He never had any problem just striking up a conversation with anybody.
So this is the thing, and this is basically what I'm testifying to, is that I saw Matthew leave. I saw 2 individuals leave with Matthew. I didn't see their faces, but I saw the back of their heads. At the same time, Aaron and Russell were no longer around. You do the math.
Actually, I think the DJ was the last one to talk to him on his way out that night. Give him a cigarette or something. His name is Shadow.
I was the last person Matt talked to before he left the fireside. I was just bullshitting around with my shit. When he stopped me, I stopped him actually. And he's like, hey, Shadow, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what, man? You getting ready to leave? And he's like, yeah, man, and this and that. But then I looked over, and I noticed them 2 guys. They stood there, and you could see it. They were standing there. And I stood talking to Matt for a good 10 minutes, and you could see him like getting worried, like getting anxious to leave and shit. When they left, I seen it. They took off in a black truck, a small black truck. And the 3 of them sat in the front, and Matt sat in the middle. And I didn't think nothing of it, you know? I didn't figure them guys was gonna be like that.